Bueno, el día de hoy tenemos aquí en Telemundo a Louie Sánchez, quien es uno de los candidatos a la alcaldía aquí en Albuquerque. Bienvenido.
Tengo 26 años antes de retiro y también soy un city councilor y también una persona que tiene un negocio aquí en Albuquerque.
¿Cuál es el plan de Louie para que disminuya el crimen en nuestra ciudad, pero también para que exista eso entre la comunidad y también entre la policía?
Y soy un city councilor, estoy hablando de todas estas cosas por 4 años ya. Y los otros que están corriendo también están usando los puntos que yo estoy hablando por 4 años. Pero lo importante es necesitamos we need to address crime at the lower levels. We have crime fighting in the book. We have laws in the book right now, and right now they are not being used. Those laws that are in the books are not being used. So under Louie Sánchez administration, we will use the laws and we will make sure that we address and enforce the laws at the lower levels and the laws that are in the books. What that does is that will make sure that we're addressing criminal trespass, we're addressing shoplifting, we're addressing drug dealing, we're addressing drug trafficking. Those are the things that are not getting addressed right now, and that's why we see as business owners along Central, and I'm a business owner along Central, that's why we see so many issues with drugs and affecting the homeless. They don't want to get out of that because they're tied into it, one, because of addiction, sometimes because of the mental issues that they are dealing with. So it's very, very difficult to break that cycle. And once you start addressing the drug problem, which is the biggest problem that we have, we'll be able to start seeing the needle move.
¿Cuál es su plan para ayudar a las personas a obtener tratamiento y vivienda mientras mantienen seguros los espacios públicos y comunitarios?
This administration has spent $300 million plus. That's over $300 million on trying to help the homeless. And we're still seeing it grow. So we're having an issue there. So what we need to do is we need to vet out and make sure that our service providers are doing the right things to make sure that we're just not wasting money out there out there with these service providers. It's very, very important that all service providers are vetted and that they're doing the job that they're expected to do because they work for us, the citizens of Albuquerque, and we need to make sure that we move the needle to get the people off the street. So if you address the crimes at the lowest level, then you start breaking that cycle of the drugs. Then you get the people the help that they need, and you start them out from a small area. So let's say, like school. You're in first grade, you're in second grade, you're in middle school, and you're in high school, and now you own a house. So you walk these people through, and right now, there is no true case tracking to make sure that people are moving forward. And that way, it would help them too. Can you imagine if you walked in and you had just had a relapse, or you went back to doing the things that you don't want to do? Because nobody wants to be out there on the street, nobody wants to be addicted. You know, so you help them, and then at that point, maybe you've helped them 2 or 3 or 4 times. Well, you know what? They know that, and they can be reminded of that, and then let's help them move forward again. And so those are the kinds of things we need to do as the city of Albuquerque, is make sure that we vet out those programs, make sure the citizens are getting the best bang for their buck, and making sure that we're moving the needle in reference to the homeless and the addiction problems.
When you talk about kids and education, what is your plan? What do you think about having a better education system? We're last on, as a state.
It goes back to the crime problem that we have in Albuquerque, and we are so inundated with crime that it's affecting our schools. And it's affecting the children that are going to school, and the fact that kids are bringing guns to school.
¿Cómo ayudaría a que la vivienda sea más asequible y reducir el costo de vida en Albuquerque?
I would like to see permitting. Permitting needs to be changed. We need to have predictable timelines for individuals who are building houses, and that slows the growth. I think we need to build in the inner part of the city and in the outskirts of the city, so that we can get more houses out there for the people that need them. And when you have more building going on, you have more people working, You have contractors working, you have people who are doing roofs, you have people who are doing concrete, you have people that are doing drywall, doing everything that a builder needs. These people are being put to work. Then the next thing that you have is you have a greater amount of inventory for housing. So what that does is that organically lowers the price so that more people can actually have their dream, which is everyone's dream, is to be in their own home.
¿Cuál es su plan para atraer empleos mejor pagados a Albuquerque y apoyar a los pequeños negocios?
We need more industry that actually puts higher end people to work.
¿Cómo garantiza que todas las personas se sientan seguras al usar los servicios de la ciudad, pero al mismo tiempo que atienda las preocupaciones sobre inmigrantes?
Any person can use any city service as long if they're in Albuquerque. What's required is an ID. You go in to get any city services. If you go to a library, they're going to ask you for an ID. If you go to the community centers, you just have to show an ID and then get your little pass and you're in. So the city services are totally available to all of Albuquerque residents, 100% available, and they will always be available under a Louie Sánchez administration. It's so important right now that we respect every single person in Albuquerque, respect the business owners, we respect the individuals. And, I'm a small business owner, and my business is on the west side of town. And one of the most amazing things that I see being a small business owner on the west side of town and speaking to the community, the Hispanic community, is the amount of success stories that I see. I see people in the Hispanic community who speak Spanish who are millionaires. They have many, many houses. They have big businesses. They employ people. And that is what's amazing, is that our Spanish-speaking community is doing so well in Albuquerque, and we need to make sure that we grow that community and grow those industries and make them one of the most prosperous industries in our city. Because without our Hispanic community, without the individuals who are in business in Albuquerque would be failing in another way.
Muchísimas gracias otra vez por tomarse el tiempo de estar aquí con nosotros.
No hay problema. Yo tengo mucho gusto para estar aquí con ustedes y vamos a hacerlo otra vez.
Muy bien, gracias. ¿Quiere darle un mensaje a la gente, tal vez para que vaya a votar?
Oh, yeah. Yo soy Louie Sánchez y necesito tu voto para ser alcalde de la ciudad de Albuquerque. Gracias.